Hello and welcome to Library Connection. I'm Mandi, Cantrell, Youth Services Director at the B.B. Comer Library here in Sylacauga, and we are so grateful to TV47 for allowing them allowing us and giving us this chance to showcase our programs and activities to the area. Today, I'm joined by Summer, Newman, Ernest, and you're one of our Library Connection hosts.
I know, it's different to be on this side. I like it.
I think we're going to kind of ask each other questions. I think that'll work pretty good.
Definitely.
We appreciate you doing Library Connection for us. We do appreciate that.
I enjoy it. Anything that I can do to promote the library, I'm happy to do.
Thank you. We feel the same way. Great. Well, today, Summer and I are both Vice Presidents of the Sylacauga Arts Council, and we have several events and things we want to let you know about the Arts Council and how you can be involved with that, and lots of events coming up.
Definitely. And I just want to thank you because you were the one that actually got me involved in the Arts Council many years ago, going to story time. I know you recruited me, and something that I wasn't really familiar with, since maybe younger days. And so since that time, we've been recruited by, I guess, Dr. Spears to be an officer, and I'll fall into the president's position in the next 2 years. But the Arts Council is something that I'm very passionate about, doing so many wonderful things that I think maybe even go unnoticed in the community. And I know the library plays a vital role in that, be it the Marble Festival, the Dinner Theater, which we're going to talk about, grants to schools that we also want to get into. But there's so many activities that the Arts Council sponsors and helps to actually bring to our community. And so one thing that I wanted to stress is the importance of just becoming a member of the Arts Council. It's one of these things that you could be really involved if you wanted to by serving on the board, which is a monthly meeting. But otherwise, you can simply join, and that's just giving your $25 if it's an individual membership and becoming a member, and it helps to support schools, Marble Festival, so many grants throughout the community, as well as this upcoming dinner theater. And so if you want more information on that, you can obviously see Mandi or myself, the Facebook page, which is the Sylacauga Marble Festival, or the B.B. Comer Library website. All of those are easy ways. It's not too late, and that's one thing I think with holidays, or if it's a birthday, that can be a gift. That you gift an actual membership to the Arts Council. And so we would appreciate anybody who has a passion for seeing arts thrive and continue in this community to become a member of the Sylacauga Arts Council.
One of the things that we really want to do at the Arts Council is to bring the arts to children, to our community, but to schools and to students. So if you'd love to be a part of that it's a wonderful thing.
It definitely is. Yes, we highly encourage it. And it can be a business. It doesn't even have to be individuals or family members. Anybody. I know our local garden club, for instance, always joins annually. And so we will gladly take any support that we can get from the community and from beyond.
Yes, great. Well, one of the things I know that we do are grants to schools. That's part of what I do as Vice President of Programming, is grants to schools. That's been probably the most fun thing that I enjoy doing, I think, about that. What we do is we offer grants to the schools in our community. They can write a grant for some area of their program to bring the arts to their students, whether they go see a program is brought to them, whether it's more hands-on type things. The more children involved, the better. So they write grants, send them to us. We evaluate, and we have little guidelines that we go by because we want to make sure the money is used wisely, and then we give the money to them. And so many fun activities have been done in the past, I know.
Well, and that's the one thing that I like that's sort of changed. I guess in the past maybe we would bring in Birmingham Children's Theater to a school, but the schools and the teachers know their needs, what the students need, where they can use these funds, and so now it's sort of given them the power to ask for what it is they need. So maybe it's art supplies, like you said, maybe it is attending a function. And so what I love too is that it affects so many different schools. What all schools are involved or can apply for grants?
The schools in our area, really, I can just run through. Can I run through the grants we have? That'd be the best way to do it. One of the first grants we gave was to Lauren Taunton at Sylacauga High School in Aggie Theater. She is the new drama theater teacher there and has a wonderful program going. They are going to, their theater classes, 3 theater classes will present How the Grinch Stole Christmas to Indian Valley and Pinecrest, which are the K through 5th grade students. So a fun way for her students. This will help them buy costumes and props and makeup and all kinds of things that they need. And I'm so glad to see theater at the high school.
Me too. So, I think that's huge, because it's the first time I think that we've had a designated, strictly theater teacher. And so with the new stages and everything, all of the updates of the high school, I know that this program is just going to continue to grow, and excited to see it do so.
And I like to see them, they're performing it, but they're doing it for other students.
Right.
So those students can see some real theater and see how they can be involved in it.
Right, and that's something that maybe they want to get into once they get to the high school level.
So our grant of $250 does not cover the whole thing, but it does help. You know, she sent us a whole list of things they need, so it was great for us to be able to help and buy costumes and things like that. Right. Another one at the high school is with Martez Tidwell. He's the director of choral music, and the choral department the show choir will be competing in two competitions this year, which is a big deal.
Yes.
And he said they are I saw him the other day, he said they are very good. They practice in class, and they practice one night a week, getting ready for the competitions in February, I believe. They'll do in Hoover and another place. But this is a big deal.
Anybody who knows anything about show choir, and Sylacauga is a little late to it because some of the bigger cities, but show choir is a big deal. And when you talk about competing, it's not just standing there singing.
No.
They're dancing, there's choreography. I mean, they have to be fit to be able to sing and dance and do all of this at the same time, and very coordinated as well.
Lots of practice. I mean, to sing and dance at the same time would be difficult for me. I can't do either one very well, but to do two at the same time. But the way he's going at it, and I like this, he's teaching the children that there are legal things you have to deal with. You have to have music written for your particular program. You can't just buy it off the internet or pick a CD. So if you're going to do it, you have to do it the legal way. You have to buy the rights to these particular songs. So a good teaching element, and then we are providing the money for a song and a little bit more, I think, there.
And maybe some of those students will go on to the college level. I know at Auburn, show choir was a really big deal, and it was really difficult to actually the tryout process for it, or the auditioning process. So once again, exciting just to see so many arts in all of our local schools.
Yes, it is. The next one I have is B.B. Comer Elementary. They're doing Positive paintings, and that's PAWS, Paws, because they are the Tiger Cubs,
Right.
They do not have an art program, so this is a chance for them to get some supplies. There'll be supplies for after-school painting sessions held with kindergarten through 6th grade, so a wide range of students.
That's great, affecting so many different students.
The purpose of this endeavor is to promote a positive learning environment by providing artistic visual reminders of positive school expectations.
Wow.
So that'll be great to have things on the wall in the hallway that the children have made to remind them.
Well, and it's cross-curricular, so they're not only learning behavioral or those kinds of things, but getting to do art as well. So that's exciting.
And children love to have their artwork up.
Sure.
To be able to see it.
I know. It's plastered all over my refrigerator. I know.
Right. That's great. They love to see it up at school. Well, we'll pause for a break right here, and we'll be back in just a few minutes, and we'll tell you some more about the Arts Council grants.
What do you see? What do you see now? Hunters are required to wear 144 square inches of hunter orange during Alabama's gun deer season. See the difference? Hunter orange saves lives. Wear it. This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Conservation and Natural Resources and this station.
Hey y'all, Jim Green from TV47. You can now catch us on the internet. We're streaming live at TV47.tv. All of our great programming, whether it's Daybreak with Jimmy Dale, Matt Coulter, and Around the Track with Matt, or I'll be on with Coosa Valley Magazine, and a whole lot more too, right here at TV47, now at TV47.tv on the internet. Whatever device, you can watch us right there at TV47.tv.
Hi, it's Shawnee McNeil at South First Bank. This is a great time for you to buy or build a new home, or maybe refinance your present mortgage. Our rates are the lowest they've been in years, and that means saving you money. We've been helping our customers become homeowners in this area for nearly 70 years, and we can make our approvals right here in the office, and that means saving you time. We're located here in downtown Sylacauga. Come in and find South First, a better way to bank.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Hello and welcome back to Library Connection. I'm Mandi Cantrell. I'm talking with Summer Newman Ernest. We are both vice presidents of the Sylacauga Arts Council, and we were in the middle of talking about grants to schools. The Arts Council awards grants to schools for arts programs that are not a part of their regular curriculum. So.
Right, and one thing that I wanted to clarify is that this is not just for an art teacher or a music teacher. This is open to any teacher in those particular schools. I know that you take a lot of time making sure that they're all aware of that. It's sent out to every teacher, to the administrators in our local schools, so that it's available to any. It could be a science teacher if it's incorporating the arts in any way. And so I think that's exciting because there aren't, as you know, a lot of extra funds available in education for what might be deemed extracurricular activities.
And we have some school personnel that are using the money in very creative ways. I think it's wonderful. The next one I want to talk about is Knollwood Christian School. They are building an art and a music program. And I know Payne is at Knollwood, so you can speak to that a little bit.
Well, it's so exciting because once again, limited funds. There's never really been a designated art class, but this year we actually do. That Robbie Ford is a teacher who has so graciously also offered to teach art to every student, and so they were in need of supplies, and so the students are not having to pay anything extra to have art, and they actually have music weekly. In fact, just had a wonderful Christmas program, so I know that those funds have been used very wisely.
And all that is so important to a well-rounded curriculum, I think.
It definitely is.
The next one, very interesting, Sycamore School. Brooke Goggins is the 4th grade teacher, and she's the Science Club sponsor. The Science Club meets every month with about 50 to 60 students, K through 4th grade, and the grant is for supplies to teach art incorporated into their science electives.
I love
it.
I like that.
We read it, I'm going, my first thought was, science. No, that's not what we do. But they'll do color wheels. They'll form rainbows with light refraction, mixing colors, changing the color of flowers. I mean, we've all put the carnation in the food color water. That's science. But it is art.
Right. There's so many, as a science teacher, I know there's so many ways that literally art, be it through biology or physics or physical science, that you can pull in art.
Just neat. They're going to marbleize paper from milk, chromatography butterflies. I'm not sure what that is.
Right. Coffee filters. Yeah, there's usually. Discovering sound waves with different instrumental pitches. Neat. That is all science related, but music and art. Right. And the kids don't even realize it, that they're learning.
I was just going to say that same thing. They won't know. That'll be wonderful. So I can't wait to see. We all want to go see their programs, what they're doing.
Definitely.
Great. So that's Sycamore School. Nichols Lawson, Cecilia Dean, the media specialist there, has gotten UAB Shakespeare Company to perform Othello, the Moor of Venice, for about 500 students.
Wow.
What a great chance to have a professional, a professional group. UAB did some programs for some of the schools last year. Always do a great job. Young people, do
Yeah, they love that.
Great. Pinecrest School, Jacqueline Rivers, the media specialist, has gotten UAB Theater Cabaret to perform Girl Power to 550 students.
Wow.
Not just for girls. I think the guys will enjoy it
They all get to.
Yes, but just a lot of fun. They'll all be able to go to the performance. Joy Lee at Indian Valley, they've asked for 2 performances. We're paying for one and part of another. It's UAB Kids on the Block to perform People Are Different, which to me goes right along with what we teach.
Absolutely.
To 500 plus students, and then that'll be maybe in the wintertime. Then in the spring, it'll be Jack and the Beanstalk performed by UAB.
Wow.
So,
well, and what I want parents to be aware of is when the kids come home from school and they say, we saw this or we got to do this, it's because of the Sylacauga Arts Council and support from people in our community. We wouldn't be able to do it without them. And so we're excited that we can do that for so many local schools. I know one exciting thing that's coming up and is an annual event for the Sylacauga Arts Council is the dinner theater, which you're involved in and the programming aspects. So tell us a little bit about date, time, and our entertainment for this year, which I'm really excited about.
Our entertainment is called Four for Time. There's the poster right there. It's 4 for Time which is Thursday, February 9th at 6 p.m. at J. Craig Smith, and catered by Hickory Street Cafe, so that right there. That's right.
That's the pull,
Yes, 4 for Time. We'll talk a little bit more about them. Let me tell you, tickets are $25 each. You can reserve a table of 8 if you have several couples or friends that want to get together. You just buy, a table of a table of tickets, which is $200. That's 8 tickets.
Right.
And we'll put your name on the table, and you can have a reserved seat. You can buy tickets at the library, at the Chamber of Commerce, or at Magnolia's gift shop. Now, 4 for Time is a group from Birmingham, Jan Hunter, Christy Tingle Higginbotham. Mm-hmm. And I know you know her. You know the ladies.
I do. I did some theater back in high school, and back then it was called Summerfest. Now it's Red Mountain Theater, and so that was in Birmingham. And the first performance I did with them was Oliver, and Christy Tingle Higginbotham played the role of Nancy, which is the female lead. And Jan Hunter had just moved back to Birmingham. Her former husband, Alan Hunter, for some of you who grew up in the 80s with MTV, was the first MTV VJ. So he was kind of famous on his own. But they came back, and she actually played my mother in the role that I was in, Oliver. But they are powerhouses. I mean, just to have them come, just to hear them sing, they are amazing. And I know both the men, I've seen them in different performances. Carl Dean, I saw him in Annie as Daddy Warbucks, I believe. But they are the stars, really, of Birmingham theater and beyond. And so to have all of them together, I can't imagine how good this is going to be.
Since they have been together 16 years and they are 4 best friends, performing in the South, in Birmingham, and in this area, they perform on their own, but they also perform together.
Right.
So we are really looking forward to them. Christy and I have been corresponding back and forth about them coming. They're very excited about it. They will perform Sinatra favorites and Broadway tunes. So it'll be a wonderful night.
Right. I can't imagine having all of them together. Like I said, they are just each individually so talented on their own, and I can imagine that I'm going to love all of that music. That it's going to be a good toe-tapping time, not to mention the dinner, the fellowship. So you want to get your ticket, and what I do is I always give them as presents, the tickets. I go ahead and get my table, I give it to my family and to friends, and so for $25 to have this quality of show, your dinner, everything, that's hard to beat. And to have it here in Sylacauga, right down the door or right down the street at the rec.
It's about 2 hours from 6 to 8. It's February 9th. What a nice Valentine gift for your sweetheart.
Definitely.
Either way, it would be great. And I also found out their music director and pianist is Michael King, who is the music director at First Baptist Church, Childersburg, and from this area, I believe, because I was telling someone about that, and they said, oh, he has quite a following. I've heard of him. I'm going to be sure and get my tickets.
Right, definitely. I have a feeling if it's anything like last year, 3 on a String, there was not room to move in there. And so, and I know people still wanting tickets to the last minute, so you want to get your tickets, get your table reserved, so you don't miss out on this show.
That's true. So please get them at the library, at the Chamber of Commerce, or at Magnolia's, or from any Arts Council member. We have them also.
I think so. Mindy, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, let's talk about some of the other things the Arts Council is involved in.
We will.
Hey, Sylacauga! I'm Dr. Gina, and I want you to join me live every weeknight, Monday through Friday, right here on Channel 47 on the world's first social television show. And it's going to be all about you, whether it's presidential politics or Deflategate. If it's trending, we're going to be talking about it. I want you to join me live every Monday through Friday on Channel 47. Don't miss it. America Trends with Dr. Gina, Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. right here on Channel 47. See you then.
What do you see? What do you see now? Hunters are required to wear 144 square inches of hunter orange during Alabama's gun deer season. See the difference? Hunter orange saves lives. Wear it. This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Conservation and Natural Resources and this station.
Birmingham, it's your favorite girlfriend, Ebony Steele, back in my hometown. My show, Coffee with America, is now on WOIL TV 47 4 days a week. Catch me and Sasha Rianda Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 8 a.m. You can also see us Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. We're bringing you the latest in lifestyle, food, entertainment, you name it. We'll see you soon.
Hello and welcome back to Library Connection. I'm Mandi Cantrell. I'm talking with Summer Ernest. We are with the Sylacauga Arts Council. We've been talking about grants to schools and dinner theater. And Summer, I almost forgot, there's one more grant I wanted to tell you about before we get on to the next part. Fayetteville School has written a grant for $500 for the 6th through 8th grade to attend the Shakespeare Festival performance of Because of Winn-Dixie in February.
I so want to go see that. We're already making plans.
Maybe you can go with it.
Definitely. What a great book.
And that'll be 150 plus students. So we are so glad. And I'll tell you, I've asked people, we were talking about if you want to join the Arts Council, we'd love to have you join. Definitely. A lot of people say, well, I don't want another meeting to go to, but no. But when they find out, that program that came to my child's school, I really want to support things like that.
So. And for as little as $25, that's how much an individual membership is. There's no, for an annual membership, there's no required meetings. You just fill out the form, and it's easy as pie. So we would, like we said, appreciate any support throughout the community and beyond to help continue all of these grants. And something else that I'm passionate about.
Yes. Well, tell me about, now you're passionate about a couple things.
Well, I know, I say that.
Marble Festival. Which one do you want to tackle first?
Arts Council and the library.
Which one do you want to tackle first?
Well, the 80th Miss Sylacauga is coming up. It is January 28th. We've moved it up a few weeks. This particular year is the 80th. I'm repeating, the 80th Miss Sylacauga, the longest running preliminary in the state. And so we are so proud. I'm a former Miss Sylacauga. Mandy's daughter, Mary Kelly, is a former Miss Sylacauga. And so we are excited. We're hoping to have a great production, bring back former winners, and have them come up on stage and a reception before. But the tie-in to the Arts Council is that the Arts Council so graciously provides scholarships for these young ladies, for the Miss Sylacauga, for the Miss Marble Valley, which is a new preliminary that we've added that's open to anyone in the state, as well as the outstanding teens in both categories. And as a participant and winner, I know that that's so beneficial for continuing studies and college.
As a parent, the scholarship money is wonderful and it's so simple.
Right.
I mean, not the pageant, but getting the scholarship money is just so simple to transfer to your school. So please, girls, you need to do this.
Definitely. I know the Arts Council is excited to continue that. And then we get to have these lovely ladies come back and entertain for us and appearances all over. And they usually come to the Marble Festival.
Yes, they do.
Which, and I've had questions about this. The Arts Council is really the entity that puts on the Marble Festival. There's a separate committee, and Dr. Ted Spears heads that up. But it is through the Arts Council that we have been able to bring national, worldwide acclaim to our city, the Marble City. And this will be, I believe, the 9th annual Marble Festival that will start this April 5th through 15th. So many different activities going on, and without the Arts Council and your generous support and grants that I know get written throughout the year, we wouldn't be able to do it.
Right. So many activities going on. I know during that period of time, people are in and out of the library. Last year I met a girl from Spain.
Right.
It was, just here to visit her brother, who was one of the sculptors. So just worldwide attention.
Right. I know that it's a super busy time in the library because you guys are involved. There's so many more people coming in, like you said, traffic. If you haven't had a chance just to see the beautiful sculptures, that's how they got here. Is each Marble Festival, the sculptor that comes in from Italy leaves his or her piece, and so the library has acquired a mass collection of beautiful sculpture because of that.
It is so fun. One of the things I get to do, since I work with children, I guess, is give tours to groups, and I love to tell children about the marble pieces in the library. So it's a lot of fun. I've done some adults, but the children, I enjoy that. They have a lot of school groups come in.
And during that time period, we ask the sculptors that come in, usually it's over 30 from throughout the nation and beyond, to bring pieces that they can sell in the library. And so that's something else that you guys are involved in the Hightower room, that they actually have pieces. Some are expensive and some are inexpensive, but beautiful works of art in there that you can actually purchase and have in your home. So that's exciting.
We have a few pieces in the bookstore a lot of the time from Craig Brown. I know I should have worn my little marble heart, but somebody was in buying bookends. And I've used these as gifts for friends who are from Sylacauga but now live somewhere else. And so grateful to have a little piece of Sylacauga with them. Bookends. paperweights, the hearts, the eggs, just all kinds of things.
So many things going on. And once again, we're just thankful for the Arts Council to be able to continue this and hopefully to bring even more and more recognition to our city, all because of the Arts Council. What I want to do is I want to go back over the dinner theater, because that's the big thing coming up for February, the information and how and where they can get tickets.
Before we do that, I want to say thank you. You're on the Marble Festival Committee, and I can tell you a lot of work. Right after the last committee, the last festival you meet, let's review, evaluate, what do we want to do. So lot of work behind the scenes. I know you've given school, like college groups.
Right. Well, actually, and I took our sculptor that we had from Italy last year to Auburn University, and so we're reaching, and he actually spoke to a class there and visited. We have a lot of connections with both the University of Alabama and Auburn University, and just excited to see it grow every year.
But you guys do a lot of work behind the scenes that most people don't know about.
I enjoyed the quarry tours. There's so many things going on during that time period. And we'll have another show hopefully closer to time to talk about that, but it's fun.
Well, dinner theater coming up, and the group is 4-4-time. I have to be careful saying I want to say 4-4-time, because I took a little.
Well, it's kind of like that,
just a little bit of piano there years ago, but 4-4-time. 4 people in a group, a quartet, 4 friends that have been working together for 16 years. They're going to perform for us. It'll be Thursday, February 9th, so it's just a little ways away, but not too early to be thinking about it.
Not at all.
They will be at the J. Craig Smith Community Center. It's catered by the hospital.
And it's always a delicious meal.
Yes, wonderful. You can get your tickets at the B.B. Comer Library. You can get them at the Chamber of Commerce and at Magnolia's Gift Shop, or from any Arts Council member from us.
Absolutely.
Or just ask around. Some of your friends might be members, and you're not aware of it yet.
Right.
But we have individual tickets for sale for $25, or you can buy a table of 8 for $200. What that does is that reserves you a table. You want to sit with your friends. Not everybody arrives at the same time. You want to be sure and save.
Well, and that's what with so many of these events we have in town, I highly encourage. If you know you're going to go ahead and get the table of 8. I promise you will find people that will want to sit with you, even if you don't know the 8 people yet, or if it's a girls group or your dinner club or your Sunday school class. That people appreciate that, to have that reserved table so they know exactly where to go. And like we were talking about last year with 3 on a String, it was packed. It was packed. So we're going to have to limit, I believe, the number of tickets. So you don't want to miss your chance to be there. And for $25, you cannot beat just the meal alone, but much less this talented group of 4 stars, really, on screen. I know they've done so many different things, especially in theater. It's going to be a wonderful program. I'm so excited to hear them.
Too. It will be a nice evening, a beautiful table setting. Now, it's not too fancy. I don't want you to think that, but it's a nice, I say an adult evening of good, clean fun. Just a great entertainment. Great entertainment and a good time with friends.
And like you said, not too late. It starts at 6. You'll be out by 8. So even though it's a school night, you can get home. It's close to Valentine's Day. So what a perfect, either for the holidays or Valentine's Day present to give to someone that I know that they would appreciate it. Yes. Just what a wonderful evening for our town.
Great. It is. Certainly good. Well, let's make sure we've covered everything. We encourage people to join the Arts Council to help us provide grants to schools. I know I touched on most of the schools. We have a grant we expect to be coming from B.B. Comer High School very soon. I know they did a wonderful paint and donate project last year where the students painted and then were able to donate. So a lot to be learned there. So
thank you for your hard work, I know, in getting the grants. It's a lot of work in the programming. So many exciting things going on with the Arts Council this year, and we want you to be a member. We want you to come to the dinner theater and to continue to support the arts in the area.
Yes. And thank you so much, Summer, for being here. This was fun to interview each other a little bit.
I enjoyed it.
And thank you so much, and we hope to see you at the library.